Hello everyone, this is Sujata, Associate Professor of Chemistry working at Government College for Women, Kolar. This presentation is related to Chemistry Paper 5 Organic Chemistry for 5th SEM BSc students of Bengaluru North University. This is session 18 and it is prepared according to the syllabus and course plan. The module or the title of this chapter is Chemistry of Natural Products, which has some subdomains. Under this, the first part is on carbohydrates. All of us are familiar with certain things that we come across or use in our daily life, such as milk, honey, sugar, paper, and so on. All these things, what I mentioned now, belongs to the category of carbohydrates. So, if such is the case, what are these? What is the chemistry behind this group of most abundantly present molecules that are none other than carbohydrates? To understand this, what are the objectives of this session? So, we need to learn the introduction about these molecules, definition, classification, and there are two types of classification. One is based on number of monosaccharide units and second is as sugars and non-sugars with example. Learning of outcomes of this session. So student should get introduced to this group of naturally occurring molecules, their elemental composition, molecular association, and classification based on their number of monosaccharide units, solubility, and taste. What do we need to understand, or what background one must have to understand this group of biomolecules or the organic substances? First of all, when a molecule is shown, it will have some formula that is originally based on the elemental composition, empirical formula, and molecular formula. Molecular formula clearly shows what are the elements present, how many number of atoms of that element are present in the given compound. And one category of these carbohydrates are the high molecular weight polymers, and hence we should also know how the monomeric units polymerize to give such a big molecule. And to know the properties of these molecules, these are basically contain a very important functional group as aldehydic functional group and ketonic group. Both are regarded as carbonyl group compounds. Here in this slide, we'll come to know what are these carbohydrates. These molecules are a major group of naturally occurring organic compounds that include sugar, honey, starch, wood, cotton, potato, milk, cellulose, and so on. These are very important constituents of living cell. In other words, these are essential substances that are required for the growth and maintenance of plants and animals. These also serve as raw materials in various industries such as textiles, paper, plastics, confectionery, drugs, and explosives as well. Coming to the elemental composition or the ratio at which individual elements are present in carbohydrates. In almost all carbohydrates, the ratio of hydrogen and oxygen is similar to that of water, that is H2O. Therefore, these are considered as hydrates of carbon, hence the name carbohydrates. These are represented by general formula CxH2O Y times. I repeat, the general formula of carbohydrates is CxH2O Y times. There are other organic compounds like ethyl alcohol, acetic acid, and so on, which also have the ratio of hydrogen to oxygen similar to water, but their chemical properties are different. So, these carbohydrates are more precisely defined as polyhydroxyaldehydes or polyhydroxy ketones are the substances which yield these upon hydrolysis. This definition is based on the major functional group, that is either aldehydic or keto group. So, to again go back to the definition, carbohydrates are polyhydroxyaldehydes or polyhydroxyketones are the substances which yield these on hydrolysis. As such, carbohydrates contain two functional groups. They are bifunctional in nature. Number one, the main functional group either aldehydic or ketonic, and the second functional group is hydroxyl OH group. Coming to the classification of carbohydrates, as this molecules cover the broad range of molecules, it is necessary to understand how these are classified. There are different criteria to classify these compounds because of the varied nature of these molecules. First criteria is based on the number of monomeric units or monosaccharides. If you look at the term monosaccharides, mono means same, saccharides indicate the sugar, because the word saccharin refers to the substances which are sweet in taste. Now, coming to the classification, based on the monomeric or monosaccharide units present, carbohydrates are broadly classified into three groups. First group is monosaccharides. Mono means single. These are the simplest carbohydrates which cannot be decomposed on hydrolysis further to give any more simple forms. Example, glucose, fructose, which is a fruit sugar, galactose present in milk. Once again, monosaccharides are the simple sugars which cannot be further divided or decomposed to any more simpler forms. The second type carbohydrates are oligosaccharides. Oligo means few. That means these are made up of two or more simple monosaccharide units. So these are held by means of glycosidic linkages, which you are going to see in further sessions. So oligosaccharides are further subdivided into different types depending on how many monosaccharide units they contain. Here we can see if a oligosaccharide is made up of two monosaccharides, then it is called as a disaccharide. As a name suggests, di means two, hence disaccharides are made up of two simple monosaccharide units. Or the other way of defining them is disaccharides on hydrolysis yield or give two monosaccharide units. Example, sucrose is made up of one glucose molecule and one fructose molecule. Lactose, the milk sugar, is composed of one glucose molecule and one galactose molecules. Glucose and fructose or glucose and galactose are the monosaccharides that cannot be divided. If an oligosaccharide is composed of three monosaccharide units, then it is called as a trisaccharide. The naturally occurring trisaccharide is raffinose, which is composed of glucose, fructose and galactose. Three monosaccharides: glucose, fructose and galactose. So raffinose is a naturally occurring trisaccharide. Then tetrasaccharides are composed of four monosaccharide units or upon hydrolysis yield four simple sugars. Example, stachiosa containing two galactose units, one glucose unit and a fructose unit. Coming to the third group, which covers the major group, that is polysaccharides. Poly means many. That is, this group of carbohydrates are made up of many number of monosaccharide units, say from 10 monosaccharide units to 10,000 monosaccharide units. The well-known common examples are starch, which is a storage polysaccharide in plants, glycogen, the storage polysaccharide in animals, the cellulose, which is the cell wall material, chitin, inulin and so on. So for your information, cellulose is the most abundant organic biopolymer on the earth. Coming to the second type of classification, carbohydrates are divided into two types as sugars and non-sugars. Sugars are sweet in taste and they are soluble in water. Example, glucose, sucrose, lactose and so on. Whereas the non-sugars are not sweet in taste, rather they are tasteless, and most of them are insoluble in water and some are sparingly soluble in water. Coming to little details about monosaccharides. Monosaccharides, as we understood, are the simple sugars. However, these are of two types depending on the major functional group that they contain. One should recall that carbohydrates are nothing but polyhydroxyaldehydes or ketones. Now, those monosaccharides containing aldehydic group CHO group are called as aldoses, and those which contain keto functional group are called as ketoses. Generally, the monosaccharides or disaccharides end with the suffix "ose." The names of these sugars end with the suffix "ose." So, again to recollect, carbohydrates are the most abundantly seen organic molecules in the nature. These are very essential molecules for the plants and animals. They are precisely defined as polyhydroxyaldehydes or ketones and their derivatives. These have been classified broadly as monosaccharides, oligosaccharides and polysaccharides based on their taste and solubility in water. They are also classified as sugars and non-sugars, and they are represented by the general formula CxH2OY times. So, further, monosaccharides are also classified into two types as aldoses and ketoses based on the major functional group. If they contain aldehydic functional group, they are called as aldoses, and if keto functional group is present, they are called as ketoses. Now, we have some multiple choice questions. Here, carbohydrates, as we understood, are polyhydroxyaldehydes or ketones and their derivatives. So, the right option is D. Second question, dash is the general formula of carbohydrates, and the right answer is CxH2OY times. Third question, all carbohydrates are bifunctional in nature. They contain hydroxyl and carbonyl group. Carbonyl group includes both aldehydic and ketonic group. Fourth question, raffinose is a naturally occurring trisaccharide because it contains glucose, galactose and fructose. The last question of the session, which among the following is a ketose? Out of the options, fructose is the right answer, and rest are aldoses, and the last option is polysaccharide. Hence, the right answer is fructose. Thank you for your patience hearing.